Something bad is happening in Abuja. Fulani herdsmen are now raiding people's houses here in Asokoro Extension. Today, I'm going to be investigating and also documenting some of the stories. So come with me, let's do this together.
Yeah, so they took us inside.
Okay, they took you guys inside this. I'm hearing some noises. Please, let's come out. Please.
These Fulani herdsmen used one leg like this to kick the burglary. They shot the gun at us, but we were able to dodge the bullets.
I've never seen someone shooting confidently.
It was a lot of hoodlums that came, heavily armed.
Those guys them came with a lot of things. Some we are even sounding like bomb.
And if police had not responded, me and you would have been talking a different matter.
Guess what? The kidnappers have just been gunned down.
I kept on fainting. When I faint, they will hit me. They cocked their guns on us severally to shoot us. I was asking myself, I began to call on God. I asked God, are you not on the throne?
When something happens, people don't call the emergency numbers on time.
They are saying that they rescued us. It's an unfair thing to say. If I was their child, would they say the same thing?
Can you tell the viewers exactly what happened on that fateful day?
Okay, it was on a Monday night. I wasn't feeling too well at exactly 10:30 p.m. when we heard noises from our opposite neighbor's house. It was as if they were fighting. And I was wondering what's going on. We just, felt reluctant. We kept quiet because they can be loud at times. Till we saw somebody making noise with our padlock, and it's unusual because our neighbors, if they want to come to our house, they either knock, not going straight to the padlock. After everything, I had to peep. When I peeped through, I saw a strange face, but I wasn't so sure because I was so down. So my sister told me to step back, let her check herself. Only for her to look through the window, she saw thieves with guns and everything. So after then, that was when I called one of the security personnel. I know that, please, it's as if thieves, I told them thieves are here. The guy told me that they are aware, that they are working on it. So when he told me that, I had I felt relieved that okay, since they are aware, they should be working on it. So they were still in the other house. Later on, they came to our house. They were trying to break the padlock. It happens to be that the padlock is a very strong one. Very strong. It gave them a very tough time. They kept on hitting it. It couldn't. So they went out. We thought, they're not going to come back again. Later on, they came back. That was when they used their legs to hit the burglary. Since the padlock is not working, they had to hit the burglary. It opened. They came into the house. From the burglary, immediately they came in. They had to use the same leg to break the door because the door is not strong. So when they came in, they told us to lie down, that we should all lie down. Me, I was shivering because at that time I was having low BP and I was taking ORS for strength. I told them, please, I can't. I tried to lie down. They started hitting me, using their gun to point at me that they will kill me. So they asked for money. My sister went. She gave them all the money in the house. We presented our phones and laptops to them. But it happens to be that they left it there. They were only after, they went to the fridge. They had to collect the bread and they collected the bread from the fridge and water. So they started dragging us. We're not like, please, if it's more money they want, we'll give them. They didn't hear. They started dragging us outside. So we were like begging them that they should please, that we'll give them money. My sister was negotiating with them. She was using Hausa. So immediately they got to know that, she speaks Hausa. They now switched to Fulani. That was where my sister told me that, no, these people are very wicked. So after everything, we were sitting outside. They now told my sister, if they tell us to bring 50 million naira, can we? And my sister said, 50 million naira, we are living in a place like this. at least would have gone to inside Asokoro, these main big men's houses and so on. They laughed, they didn't talk. They were still hitting us. They told us to sit down by the pavement. They started breaking other people's houses. Now, as they were breaking there, me and my sister were already sitting together trying to see what we can do. So all of them, there were about 7 of them. I think one was outside, 6 of them inside. So as they entered the house, the other house they broke into, we tried to run from the fence. At least if there was someone there to rescue us, we would have tried. We noticed that they are still inside the house and there's no way we could jump through, so we had to run out from the gate. We were already running out. We came out to the major road. We expected some people to be there to rescue us, but nobody was there. The next thing, we had a gunshot. They shot the gun at us, but we were able to dodge the bullets, so we had to surrender. That was where they came. They kept on hitting us. They were beating us mercilessly like we're not human beings. At a time, I was passing out. My sister was pleading on my behalf that they should please leave me, that I'm not feeling fine, that they should take it easy on me. So at most times, when we are now heading down to the bush, I was passing out. I kept on fainting. When I faint, they will hit me. They will hit my eyes, hit my head. I'll stand up again. I'll beg them for water, that they should please give me water, that I'm dying. The way they are hitting me, I might just die. They did not care. They were still hitting me. That was when they started taking us inside the bush. Then inside that bush, we got to the bush. That was where the main torturing started. They started hitting us. They started beating us. They even carried our heads and they were like hitting it on the tree. They were doing so many things. They even used the wound on my eyes as a result of the knife they used to cut me. They were hitting us. We were begging them. I was shouting. And they don't like it when you shout, because they will feel like, I might raise up some alarm or something. I expected maybe people, so the security to, surround the bush, because we were not so far from the house. We were close by, but the bush, we entered inside, but not so deep into the bush. They kept on hitting us. I would faint. They will hit me. Then I'll stand up again. They will keep dragging us to keep moving. At a time, we are like, we can't move anymore. We don't have all the necessary strength to move again. I was asking them for more water, but they wouldn't give me. They would say I should shut up, that they will kill me. They cocked their guns on us severally to shoot us. So later on, we now got to a spot. When they saw that we couldn't move again, they started beating us. There's no kind of beating. I was asking myself, I began to call on God. I asked God, are you not on the throne? Because they were hitting us. They were beating us like we are not human beings. They were hitting my head. As a result of it, we are still feeling pains all over our body, our head, everywhere. So when they saw that, we are too weak, we passed out. And even when they hit us as we passed out, they saw that we were not responding. So later on, they told us to go. They were still sitting there. They were not scared. These people are not scared. They sat down there. They started smoking. That was when they told me, I and my sister, to leave. We started coming. It was already late. There's no way. We were just walking through the bush so that we would find our way home. So as soon as we came out, that was when we saw police everywhere in front of our gates. And we now came out. We were crying. We told the police people that they're inside the bush, just like this. They are not deep. They didn't enter. So we had to enter the house. We poured water on our body at least to gain consciousness and all. Then the only thing they did for us was that they took us to the hospital. Dropped one policewoman there with us. She left in the morning. So in the hospital, we are there. We had to do tests and everything. So later on, the policewoman called me on the phone. She asked me, oh, as soon as they discharge us, that we should please come to the station. When she told us that, I told her, station for what? She said to document statements. I told her, okay, sorry, the bills now, because the bills was going over to like 250k. We told them, okay, are you people responsible for the bills? She said no, that is us. I now told her I don't see any need for me to come to the station to make any statements. That's not how things are being done. So after it, I ended the call. So that's it.
Wow, this is really sad. That something like this can actually happen in the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. Now, that environment, what about, I heard that a vigilante was killed.
Yes, a vigilante. These Fulani headsmen, their guns are really powerful. I think machine guns, and I heard so far that gun can kill like about 13 people. So the vigilantes in our area stood up to them, and unfortunately he was shot dead.
So just imagine the government is watching you right now. What is something you like to tell them?
I would like to tell the government, there are so many things I would like to say, starting from in terms of houses in Abuja, security too. First of all, you guys would go to the area where we are staying. If I tell anyone that I paid 600k for that place, they wouldn't believe it. With very low infrastructures. From day one I came to the house, I have been number one complainant because I value safety more than anything. I have been complaining to the landlord. When you're renting a house, all these things, you won't see them. But I told the landlord about lifting up our gates, putting barbed wire, putting good distance, security and everything, which he promised us. He promised us that he would do them. He told me, ask everybody in my house. I was the one say, I told landlord, not until one day something happens, you take preventive measures. But he wouldn't listen. Who still puts wooden door as your main door, as your main entrance door in a house? Not only did he do it, the burglary